Rachel with Rachel's Remedies, and today I'm going to share a few tidbits about fasting. I finished my book by Dr. Fung, Jason Fung, and Jimmy Moore, and it was awesome. I actually was hurrying through the book because I wanted to see how to break my fast, and I'll talk about that today. Real quickly, he said if you're a diabetic, type 1, type 2, you have to have doctor oversight, medical oversight when you do a fast, any fast, but especially a 7 to 14 day fast. He said that a 2 to 3 day fast is not as, is actually not as fun as the longer fast because you're hungry. Around day 2.5, you stop being hungry, which is what I've experienced today. I wasn't hungry all day. I lifted weights today. I played 9 holes of golf today. I drove kids today. To you about today, it's another cheap beauty trick. And I hope my mother is not watching, or any of my relatives right now, because we do coffee enemas. And I'm going to show you the coffee. This is the coffee I like. It's from Costco, and it's the organic Sumatra. This is why I make so much coffee, and I have this coffee grounds. And you only have to do it, you can do it once every 2 weeks. I was going to show you, this is a little tiny enema bag. These used to be $1.99 on Amazon, because the one on Amazon that's really nice, it's a silicone bag with all the parts you need, is $40. So if you're not sure and very afraid, then you can just start with a $1.99 bag. The name of it is Amsino, A-M-S-I-N-O. It's a medical cleansing enema kit. It has the bag, it has everything you need, but it's really one or two uses, and then you throw it away. My history on it is after the 5th pregnancy, felt so sick, and I knew my liver, something was really wrong with my liver. And so I was eating the clay, eating all these gross things to try to cleanse my liver, and nothing was working. My nose was running for a couple months. I was going on 3 months of stuffy, like foggy brain, nose running, which is not like me. And I, at the same time, was reading a book on Dr. Gerson, his autobiography, or his son wrote it. So, yes, his biography. And Dr. Max Gerson, there's the Gerson Cancer Clinic down in Mexico. His daughter still runs the clinic. She's like 95 years old. She's super healthy. She does everything that Max Gerson prescribed. But if you have cancer, you go down there. It's in Mexico, in Tijuana, Mexico. You get treated naturally, and with this protocol, and you come back and you do the protocol. So when I was reading his biography, he was having an issue with patients. He was in Germany, and during World War II, he thankfully got to America, and he'd figured out how to cure his own migraine headaches, and it was through diet. And he wrote it down, and it took him 2 years. He was doing an elimination diet to kind of figure out what's causing them. So he wrote down the diet, and people were trying it, and then tuberculosis patients started getting the word that this will cure your tuberculosis. They're completely healing from the inside out. So he came to America. Tuberculosis was not the big disease anymore. Cancer was. Tried it on cancer patients, and they were dying. And they were dying of liver failure. So he kept a pad of paper by his bed at night, and sometimes in the middle of the night he would get answers, and he was just really trying to figure out how to strengthen their livers, so that when he pour in juices and all these healthy things, and it was killing the cancer, that their liver wouldn't collapse and die. So he woke up one morning, and it was coffee enema was written down, and he remembered a little article, a medical article he'd read in Germany, that the ships were detained getting to the hospital. He was a surgeon, and the women routinely gave enemas to the patients, and they used water, and it was warm water. And one night the nurse just had some warm coffee, and she just dumped it in there, and the patient, they had to do surgeries with that pain medication because it was detained on the ships. Well, the patient said, "I'm not in pain anymore," and they related it to the coffee enema. And what happened was the coffee pushed the toxins, which pain is from toxins in your liver, pushed those toxins out, and the pain went away in the patient. So they started giving all the patients coffee enemas. Well, Max Gerson had read about this. He'd forgotten about it. In the middle of the night, something woke him up, and he wrote it down. And so here I am reading this book, knowing my liver, something's wrong with my liver, can't figure it out. And I was so desperate. I was like, I'm going to try this. So we didn't have any coffee in the house except for the Neiman Marcus Christmas blend, which had been given to me as a gift 1 year prior and was in our freezer. So I brewed the Neiman Marcus Christmas blend, and I don't know where I got the enema bag. We must have had one. And I filled it with the coffee, added some ice, and my brain, which had been fogged up for 3.5 months, cleared in half a second of me doing the coffee enema. So it was a total surprise, a really good surprise, because I like really quick fixes. And ever since then, I do them off and on. We've been doing them for 3.5 years. So all that to say, what coffee does is actually much better for you going from the back end. It has polyphenols and all these things that completely push the bile out of the liver, and it will also clean out the gallbladder. So if you have a gallbladder issue, or if you have, there's just so many issues that are actually tied to our livers, it will help push out toxins that in very quickly. And so when Max Gerson gave his cancer patients, he said, anytime you feel nauseous, do another coffee enema, and they were doing them every 2 hours. And they would feel clear and good for about an hour, and they would be drinking spinach juice and carrot juice and whatever his protocol is, and they would start feeling nauseous again, and then they started living, and then they were miraculously healed of their cancer. And you can look up the Max Gerson cancer therapy book. You can do this diet yourself. So that's the cheap and easy beauty treatment. It doesn't sound like a beauty treatment, but you're cleansing yourself from you're just doing a cleanse on the back end. All these colon cancers, all diverticulitis, all this stuff, they're just sludge in our colon. And it's as simple as doing a coffee enema to get the sludge out. Grandmother, she had an enema bag hanging on the back of her bathroom door. Everyone did in America. And that was the most popular remedy for any sickness. If you start getting sick, do your enema. They would do water enemas, do your enema, and you would feel better, because all of this stuff stored in our gut is what's making people sick. So that's how they did it in the old days. And then we got real fancy medicines to replace all these awesome remedies, and they're making us sicker. So I wanted to share that, and good luck with that. I just brew really, really strong coffee, and keep it. I have one of it's a Cuisinart coffee maker. The pot is stainless steel, and it keeps the coffee hot for a day or two. And then when I want to do one, it's pretty much ready, and I just pour it in my bag. If it's too hot, I add a few ice cubes. The protocol, you're supposed to boil the coffee grinds for 15 minutes to get every bit of the goodness out of the coffee. I found when I did that, I never wanted to do one, because it took too long. I'm a busy mom. This is just cheap spa day for me. And then you're supposed to hold it in for 10 to 12 minutes, and it will cycle through your liver and gallbladder 3 times and then once you let everything out, there's a bunch of bile that comes out, and it's really invigorating. So the first time you do it, you may not be able to hold it in for the whole 12 minutes. I couldn't. I still can't. I'll hold it in for a couple minutes. I'll let some out, and then I'll put more in. 12 minutes is the optimal amount of time. And you don't need to do more than like a cup and a half. It's just that lower part of the colon will actually take it up to the liver and do all the work. Lay down on a towel with some soft music. You're going to lay on your back for a few minutes, and then lay on your left side, and and then it'll go to the right place. So I think that's all I have to say. I'll put a couple of links down below where you can get supplies, a million videos. There's Optimal Health Network, and they have great articles, videos, supplies. Some people like to do lavender suppositories, and they help with acne, and there's just a myriad of directions you can go with this. I keep it really simple. I do a coffee enema whenever I feel like it, or want to just completely refresh my brain. I don't know what it has to do with the brain, but you just think more clearly when you have less food. Great. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Tomorrow is day 6 of fasting. I'll share some more tips, beauty tips, and cheap, easy ways to manage your skin, your home. And I hope you like this video. Like, comment, subscribe below, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.